Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of The Man Cave. Your host right here. My name is Robert Smith, and I'm super excited to have another episode of The Man Cave going on. So come on, guys, come on in. Let's do that. Let me invite my co-host. I can say started today. Super excited for this episode. Welcome everybody. How's everybody going? Good to see you. Hello.
Hello, hello. It's always
Hi.
lovely to see your face. Right.
Yes, it's good to
Yeah.
see you too. I'm excited for today's episode.
I really am. I really am. How are you doing, first and
I
foremost?
I'm doing great. It is a Monday. For us, it's not even noon yet. For you guys, it's almost winding down of the day. So,
Yes, 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 yes. So, just before we get going, I just wanted to talk a little bit about www.mendable.app, which you can see at the bottom, hopefully. Um, Guys, there is so much work going on at the moment, and we want you all involved. Come over to the forum at www.mendable.app. We also have the clubhouse rooms, and we are trying to help as many people now that Android users can come over. We're trying to get as many people over there, and if you need help with that, then please do DM us, and we'll try and sort out an invite for you as well. So those rooms are on a Monday and on a Thursday at Robert.
it is at 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes. So you heard it here first, right? So yeah. So this is the rooms that we run. They are very powerful rooms. It's where men can share their testimonies. There'll be one right after this today as well. And
Yes.
this will also be uploaded to www.mendable.app. So you can come over and have a look at some of the other amazing interviews that Robert's been doing because he's been on the case. And I won't hold up any more time. I'm really, really excited. Is he here yet?
I'm about to invite our guest right here. It's going to be a very fun
Amazing.
episode. I'm super
Yeah.
excited. So, yeah.
So I won't say too much.
Oh, there he
Hi,
is.
Kev. But what I will say is Kev is somebody who I've just got so much love and respect for. He is part of the Mendable family. He does so much work himself to help others, and he believes in the same thing that we believe in, which is helping others always help us as well.
Always.
And that's what we're all about. So I just want to say, have a fantastic interview, and I will pop back in right at the end.
Yes. Now leave, woman.
Amazing. Mwah.
Goodbye. Kev, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the Man
I'm
Cave.
doing well. I'm doing well, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. I think a lot of episodes, this is probably the most enthusiastic I've been. Super ecstatic for. You're one of the funniest guys I've come across the internet, so I'm super happy to have you here right now.
Bless you. Bless you. Do you know what? What a blessing to finally, after so long of hearing your wonderful voices. And I'm talking about everyone, everyone's on this thing, everyone's on this platform right now. But
Yeah.
so many of you I have heard and I have connected with via your voices. And now I see your beautiful face. I see faces and I see Jayon. Look at that, Jayon, all the laughs that he's sending me right now. But I see these faces and do you know what? It's a blessing. It's a true blessing.
No, you are a true blessing. What you contribute to this world, not just to our room, but to this world is amazing, man. I'm super excited to be here. Enough small talk. I want to dive right in. I want to just,
Absolutely. Go for it.
you're first and foremost, you gotta throw out some of your titles because you do so many things. I'm continuing to learn. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about some of the things that you take on besides being the committed asshole you are? The comedian asshole you are. I said committed, sorry, my bad.
Do you know what? I kind of, I suppose in a way, I position myself as an all-rounder. So
Okay.
anything to do with the entertainment business, I love. So
Okay.
my entire career started as a pianist. So I started playing the piano when I was 3.5. So I became a concert pianist by the time I was 15. By the time I was 19, I'd actually graduated not just as a a concert pianist, but I was also at the same time training as a Georgian dancer. So I was in the Russian dancing group. So I was doing all the hope, 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 all that business. And then, yeah, and then I kind of gave all that up, not the piano, but I gave all that dancing up. And then I went into my first ever musical in the West End. So I went straight into a musical called Me and My Girl. And then that followed suit, back to back, bang, 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 bang. You know, 10 years of Fame, Grease, Buddy Holly, Boogie Nights, Happy Days. I did all the massive rock and roll musicals in London. And then I decided to become a stand-up comedian from there. I wanted my own space, my own time on the stage. So I went into that as well. And I did that for many years. I had the privilege of touring around the world, cruises, corporates, comedy shows, festivals. I think one guy just mentioned the Cape Town Funny Festival as well. I did so many things. And then I did pantomimes, which is a massive tradition here in the UK.
Okay.
And I've done it all.
Wow. That's
I love
amazing.
it. I
So
love it.
I'm officially starstruck. You're bigger than this one singer that I know. She's not that important though, but yeah, you sound like really.
Now, if we're
really...
talking about, no, I don't think we've got any singers in Mendable at the moment. I keep telling you this.
No, not
And
at
she
all.
keeps, she keeps kind of butting her ideas in, saying she thinks she might be, but I'm not sure.
The verdict is still out, so she's gonna kill me later. But that's awesome, man. Wow, you've done so much over the time, and then now you kind of comedy is kind of where you resonate, and that's kind of like where you're more drawn to, correct?
Correct. So I've always been the class clown. Even when I was a kid, I always told jokes. I mean, we'll probably get onto it a little bit later, but you know, the whole thing about being bullied and telling jokes to get out of being bullied, you know.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of my time telling jokes, being funny, and it became a muscle memory for me. So I spent many years touring around the world just trying to make other people laugh, and I love it. I enjoy it, and it's part of my passion.
Man, you know, we're a lot alike. I don't know if you got. I don't think I've really shown you guys, but I like to think of myself as a funny man too. So I'm usually that person that like makes the whole room like laugh and stuff like that. But what's a dark secret of mine is I have a very gnarly laugh though. I'm so scared to actually go full laugh mode though. It's dangerous. It's like a crackle kind of cry, you know. It's pretty bad. So I can't go there. But before we dive into the funness, comedians itself, especially what we hear, what we see other highlighted comedians, they go through a lot of trauma. And I know you mentioned like bullying briefly. Do you mind just trying to dive in on kind of like how that started, how you were able to turn pain? One thing I do notice and I love about you turn things that struggle and pain into happiness. But I want to know where that journey begins for you with that.
Ooh, good question. Good question. You know what? I was brought up from Armenian parents. Who are very strict. So okay. my mum and dad, particularly my mother, was very strict. So not to put it too much out of context, and I know there's a few Armenians watching this, or listening and watching this program as well. I've been watching below there. But she was very strict. So if I was naughty, it wasn't go and sit on the naughty step. Don't do this. It wasn't that. Yeah. It was get to that, and sticks and slippers and belts and I mean the full works. If my mother's still alive now, and we'll come on to that later, but if she was to do what she done to me in 1978, now she'd be arrested. So I kind of took that analogy, that discipline. I was just a naughty child. And because I was a naughty child, that was it for me. That's how I lived my life. What people didn't realize was I had ADHD. I was dyslexic. The things that I never really wanted to put on as a kind of, like he's this and he's that. Yeah.
You don't want to take those labels and label
I don't
yourself.
Want those labels. That's the word I was looking for, labels. I don't want those labels, Rob. I don't need those labels. Do you know what I'm saying? However, when you also brought up in a very strict Armenian family, weakness is not allowed. You're not allowed to be weak. So if I suddenly cry because I feel upset, it's like, put yourself together, pick yourself up. Come on. Get rid of it. Come on, get rid of it. It was all that kind of attitude. So, and I'm not saying that was wrong, but that was what they knew. That was what they knew. So how did I interpret it? Well, every adversity for me was brought on by something that I did, which was naughty, but which made me happy, which made me smile. So I would tell my sister, I'd get beats, and then suddenly I'd be like, well, that was worth it because I got a proper laugh out, you know. So everything became that kind of
Yeah.
analogy for me. So yeah, basically what happened was I look at things, and at the time I think I was in depth with the fact that I enjoyed making people laugh and then getting in trouble for it. Whereas later in years, there was actually a much deeper thought process behind it, because I realized that actually my happiness, everything I have, even through adversity, even through terrible times, and I've been through a lot of those, my friend, a lot of those, from everything from being bullied through to being used, through to being cheated on, through to everything. I've been cheated on to such a degree that, I mean, the last guy that even cheated on me, we'll talk about that later as well. The late girl that was cheating on me with the guy, if I told you the response, you wouldn't believe what I did. But I just found that actually there are people out there that are so worse off than me. Yeah. So whatever happens, take every adversity as a blessing and learn from it. And that's why my happiness comes through quicker.
You know, as you talk, I kind of like, I see we're on very far parts of the earth, but I see a lot of myself, and there's a lot of similarities, the upbringing, and that, not to say that you've been rejected, but that thought of rejection has occurred a lot of times in your life, of being mistreated. But yet people like you are so giving, and we love to make people laugh. And it just, no matter what, you can never change who you are, because that's just what you're called to be in a way, you know? So I love that. I love that you just own that. And whatever tribulations you've been through, you don't let that define you, who you are and what you contribute to the world. So that's awesome itself. Now, I come across you on the app, Clubhouse, and our men's mental health room, which is awesome. There's a particular, like, oh my gosh, this is where I actually fell in love with you, is when you were going through quarantine, unfortunate events. You were, you know, in a place where you couldn't go home. You got quarantined 14 days, but you turned those sad, that miserable, that solitude feeling into the most happiest moments, and you entertained so many people. Oh my God, I was so moved by your triumph of just take this moment of being sad and worry into like a comedy. You use comedy as an outlet to get through your situation. Do you mind just elaborating a little bit?
Do you know what? You're such an awesome human being. I've never been asked questions like this before. You need to carry on this. We're going to keep you. We're going to keep you. You're a very special human being. So, yes. For me, being in quarantine, for those people who don't know, if you look at my Instagram videos, you'll see during quarantine, I went through a tough time. And I say that in the most humble way possible, because there are people that have gone through worse than me. But I had, for me, well, actually, I think Sophia just put, you had no choice. That's true. Yeah. I had no choice. I had no choice. I had to be quarantined. It was as simple as that. So for the first 4 days, they wouldn't even let me out the room. Now, when you're looking at 24 hours a day in a room that's got a very like bland window, and you're looking in to an atrium, you're not looking outside, and you can't open the window to get fresh air, it becomes really, really claustrophobic, and it becomes quite daunting. But what happens to me is during times of adversity, I find ways to grow. Yeah. And during times of stress, I don't take the stress. I used to, but I don't take the stress now. I'm 47. When I was 31, 32, I changed my entire mindset. And I realized actually that there are worse people off than me. So what I do now is, if I find a stressful moment, I kind of go through it, and I go through it as quick as I can. I pick myself up, I fall forward, I don't fall back. And I pick myself up and I go, right, how do I change this to being funny? How do I make this funny? And what can I do to entertain me that will then entertain others? And funny enough, Rob, for me, it's actually, one of the things that I do is I film myself doing like stupid things, as you've seen on the videos, right?
You know,
So I do stupid things, and I'm like, suddenly a dustbin becomes my friend, and this, and all these things become, and I draw pictures on an orange, and suddenly that becomes my little, friend that's got an orange kind of,
yeah,
and whatever. And I make these worlds up. But then what happens is, if I film it and it makes me laugh, and this is so arrogant, I know it sounds really weird, but if it makes me laugh, I know it's going to make you laugh. So I then start creating, and my brain goes, because my brain doesn't stop and goes, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. My brain doesn't do that. My brain goes, oh, you're in a victim area. Like, let's make let's make something funny. Let's make something funny. So I always think that way, and I always think you've got to, in this world, you've got to think positive, because if you don't think positive in anything you do, then ultimately you're going to attract negativity.
yeah,
So for me, if I attracted that negativity, what kind of a human being would I be, and what kind of example would I be to other brothers and sisters out there who are going through much worse times than me, where they're going through moments where they can't even leave their homes, they can't even, they have to recluse themselves, they have to stay indoors because they're frightened to walk out, they're frightened to kiss people, they're frightened to. If I can't show them a little bit of hope, a way that I can show you a kind of a door that when you open and you walk through that door, your life might not be much different. And I was in that hotel room for literally 10 days. And I can tell you, there were times when I wasn't there with my mind. I was with my children. I was with my friends. I was somewhere else. So I think you always have to take that moment and really think through your adversities, because you know what? Everything is sent to us to test us. And if you beat that test, yes, you're one step forward.
I'm very taken back by your reply on that, and it's such a heartfelt, and I thank you so much for just being transparent, because I think you let us in. We get to see your heart when you speak like that, so I really appreciate that. And I always think about when I felt like we were there too in that adventure, but we weren't there as well. We can never understand the feeling of being alone and not being out, kind of like jail. I personally, in my younger days, I have been, this is very sad to say, I've been incarcerated, so I know what it feels like to be alone. I was a juvenile, so I did some things. Don't judge me, Sophie, but so I have been through some things, so I know the feeling of solitude and how that can feel to be confined. I would say that so when I saw that, I completely understand, and I was like, man, this guy is, I can just only imagine. And then he's a father, he has kids, he has a wife, he probably has jobs he has to do. Oh man, but the way you were able to flip it and turn it into such a positive thing, and then the comedic sense that you executed was phenomenal. I do have a special request. Oh my God, I don't know if you're able to do this. Do you have any of your friends that were with you during your quarantine that are able to come on right now?
Oh, yes.
Please.
Are you happy to hold on for 30 seconds?
Yes, I can hold for one moment. Yes, that's totally fine. Please. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. You guys, please keep it locked. This is about to get hilarious pretty soon. It's you don't even know. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm looking at all you guys' comments, by the way. Let's see. We don't judge. Thank you guys. We are just waiting for Kev. He is going to get his friends who was with him during quarantine. It's going to be a hilarious moment. Please keep it locked. You guys are going to love this. And please shoot your comments. And stay tuned. We're also going to be bringing some guests on. So you guys, it's going to be a great episode. It already is good. Ah! Okay.
So this is Trasher. Say hi, Trasher. Hi.
Oh my God.
So this is Trasher. Hi, everybody. No, I'm not very good. I have to stand behind and go, hi, everybody. How you doing? So that's how.
What's up, Trasher?
But
I cannot hold my face. Sorry. Okay, I need to get it together. Oh my gosh.
You know where I got these from? These are in my car. They actually sit in the front seat with me when I'm driving. So I do like videos with them now.
Is that the same exact orange or tangerine?
Yeah, look.
She's aging. She's
She's
aging. I
aging.
can see.
She's
Wow.
aging. So there you go. And this is good old Trasher, who appears everywhere. So now she's appeared with you guys in Mendable. So she's becoming quite the yes, becoming quite a little celebrity, this little lady.
Yes. I'm so Trasher. I just want to say I'm so happy to meet you. I want to thank you so much for just being here with my friend and helping them. Oh my God, they were such good guests. Oh God, you don't know how excited I was to just finally meet them. Oh my gosh, you made my day. Oh my gosh. I think
But
you
they,
guys got a snip of my
very,
laugh, which I'm so embarrassed.
but that's what I do. So you know what? It's a form of entertainment. It's a form of keeping your mind active. And
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of my brothers and sisters on here. Oh, Jayon's just giving me the clap. I love it. There's so many of my brothers and sisters, and I know, you know, so many people kind of. Everyone has their own trials and tribulations in life.
Yeah.
Okay? Has their own hurdles. To judge someone is a terrible thing to do. Terrible thing. You should never ever judge anyone because you don't know what that person's going through. One of the biggest examples we know, as you and I are brothers now, we know that we're going to be friends for life. But you know that there are brothers and sisters out there that go through trials and tribulations that we don't understand. For
Yeah.
example, the biggest one is for me is Robin Williams. You know, that man gave more happiness and laughter to the world than anyone I know, and yet he was the most saddest person inside. So
Yeah.
for me, I think I understand that because I've been there. So
Yeah.
you know, when you as a performer, you know, you walk on stage, you perform to an audience, and sometimes it doesn't go right. You know,
Yeah.
and drive home. For me, it was regular. Even if I was amazing on stage, and which I'm, by the way, boasting myself, but if I was amazing and I'd done a proper performance, do you mind, Trashy, if you just stand over there? Thanks, mate. And I'd done a great performance, I would still cry on the way home because I was like, that's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
So I was going through this that kind of depressive attitude, depressive mind, you know, and that's what was happening to me. Whereas as time went on, I was looking at others going, oh my God, they're worse off than me. These guys are like, they're suicidal. And oh my God. So I started bringing the positive. But I've got to say, Robert, that my positivity is actually, it's part of my DNA. It's what I've all my life. I used to be bullied, still would try and come out of it, caring for others or smiling at others. So I've always had that attitude. I've never wanted to hurt anyone. I've never wanted to hurt anyone. And even if that person has done something horrible to me, which actually 2 weeks ago someone did, I gave what I called the blessing. I don't call it God, although a lot of people name it God. I call it the infinite intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's the same thing. But what I do is I tap into it and I go, send me the blessing that I deserve, but also don't send any hate to that person because what they did, good luck to them.
Yeah.
Good luck to them. And that's how I see it.
And you know, I 100% agree, and I love the idea that you're expressing the tap in moment. And that really tells a lot about your character because I really believe that you have to be in a positive space to be able to contribute such positive energy out. You know, it's kind of like a circle of life. And that's what makes you so. I think that's why I admire you so much more because you're very transparent about that. You can't kind of hide that. You can't kind of condone that. Well, to an extent you can, but I believe that you're very sincere of who you come off as. So that's something we all appreciate. I've just
Absolutely.
I've been fond of you. You're an amazing man. I love your talents. And I love that you brought up Robin Williams because I think that's something we have to reflect on. You know, mental health is extremely important when it comes to the comedy field because comedy can also be used as a defense mechanism to, you know, defend your tribulations and, you know, things that you've been through. So I'm glad you are able to intellectually to differentiate between the two and understand the importance. You know, that's very good. I'm very happy for you. It makes me feel secure because a lot of comedians, you know, they can be at a high risk and we don't even know it, you know, so that's awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I think you've not only nailed it, you've nailed that. I've just been watching as you've been talking a few. Oh, look, Sophia May wants me to play the piano. We'll do that in a minute. One of the things that I love doing is, and the more I've done it, Robert, and I absolutely, what's the word I'm looking for? I absolutely concur everyone, and I wish for everyone to try this because honestly, it works. I walk my dog every single morning. I'm up at 5:30, sometimes earlier. and I walk my dog at 5:45, 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
and there'll be very few people on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm walking, I'm smiling. Why?
Yeah.
Because one, I'm smiling because it's another day for me, another chance for me to do something amazing. But I'm walking my dog. I'm taking in the fresh air. I'm enjoying the sun. Excuse me, the sun, and I'm really developing a love for the planet. But while I'm doing that, I'm smiling.
Yeah.
So I'm always like this. This doesn't change. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can walk down the streets, and cars will drive past me, and I always have a cup of tea in my hand when I'm walking as well. I have a flask.
Yeah.
And people will drive past me, and people will genuinely look at me smiling, and they'll smile back. And I don't even know these people. And it's got to such a degree. I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
It's got to such a degree. Now people actually wave at me, and people beep at me when I'm driving. And I don't know these people. I don't know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my happiness, my smile, my positivity has transferred to these people.
Yes.
And I think that is so important.
Yes.
So important.
Yes.
Because if I can do it, anyone can do it.
It's the small things, and it's the small things like that that I love about you, that you tap in and that you admire that sense of happiness that gives you that motivation. Whether it be the blessings that you call it or God, and you tap in and remember to just take that energy and just enjoy the moment, and also just be happy and just pour it out and let the circle of life just begin. That sense of rotation. That's amazing, man. Okay. I apologize. We got to dive in. The people are asking for. I'm also waiting patiently. I would love to hear you play something. I do appreciate everything we discussed as well.
By the way, behind me, that's an original painting of Charlie Chaplin, one of my favorite comedians.
Wow.
That's Charlie Chaplin there. Right, so
Great taste.
let's get on the piano. Let's get on the piano. So here we are. Okay. Right. Let me put this here. Okay, so I'm going to play a piece of music.
Okay.
Now, I wrote this piece of music about 3 years ago. And I wrote it because of a documentary that I did called Armenia Uncovered, which is currently on Amazon Prime in America and in the UK. And in 1915, I just want to explain where this complete emotion came from. In 1915, 1.5 million Armenians were slaughtered, and there was a genocide in Armenia by the Ottoman Turks, and it was a really rough time for the Armenians. And a lot of soldiers went, a lot of families went, and this is including my grandparents. My great-grandparents. So they were taken, and their lives were cut short very, very quickly. However, the piece of music that I wrote was to reflect that particular time. So what I did was I wrote music called The March, about the Armenians that were marched to their death, and how we still stand today, Armenians, but in general, human beings today, through such adversity. Because it's not just Armenians, but every culture, every single country, every person on this planet who's had a grandparent, great-grandparent, or many, many grandparents in the past will realize that actually we've all gone through many, many hard times, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So I wanted to write a piece of music that would reflect that. And I genuinely hope you guys really enjoy this. This is called The March.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that too.
You're welcome, man. I'll try and keep it as tight as possible.
guys, let's clap it up for Kev. He did an amazing job. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get some claps, guys. Wow. Kev. So as you were playing, I was getting incinerated. I'm just taking it all in and serenaded. And I I could just see you almost dancing in a way of expression. And it was just so beautifully. I don't know why I don't watch people play the piano more often. It was amazing. And it was just so much love that you can see pouring out and energy. I know this is weird to say, but I can actually see just this energy of positivity just be poured into the keys. And I thank you so much for sharing the depth of how much meaningful that song is and what's
Actually,
really behind it.
what I'll do is if I can remember, if I can do it while I'm on here, I'll share it on the Apple platform. We did it with an orchestra, which
Okay.
is so much more beautiful. So at some point I'll try and share that on
Yeah, feel free to type it in. Type it in, and I'll pin it so we can know where to find it on Apple Music.
All right, lovely man. I'll try my best.
Now, Kev, this is the fun part that we like to do. I like to invite people up. I like to have a conversation. Let's invite some folks up. Let's interact. This is the Man Cave, guys. Please send your requests. Let's invite you up. Let's talk. Let's talk to Kev. He's amazing. We learned so much about you, Kevin. Again, thank you so much for sharing all that. You guys send your requests in. Come on to us. Come on with us. Let's
Someone
chat
did
it up.
ask. I did read actually. Someone asked, "How tall am I?" I think that was Jason. I think or James. But I'm 5'6".
And Kev, for the record, I get access to a lot of people don't know. No, I'm not wearing any trousers underneath. It's just a shirt. That's it. You're like,
That's it. Yeah, nothing underneath.
nothing underneath. It's just, it's just a shirt. We have one right here. I don't know if you know Kalu.
Go for it.
Let's see. Here we go. He's coming on right now. Let's see. There he is. And we are looking at a computer screen.
Yo.
Oh, there he is. Hello, friend. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great.
Good.
Now, how do I say your name? I want to pronounce it right.
Kalu, real Kalu.
Kalu. Got it. Kalu, welcome.
K-A-L-U. Indeed.
Awesome.
Thanks for having
Welcome
me.
to the Man Cave. Yes,
sure.
man. How did you, man, what was your first reaction to hearing him play? I got to know.
It's otherworldly, man. You take us to another place and you play with such feeling and emotion, and I just think that that's what music is all about. It's meant to take you somewhere, you know, and when it does, that's when you know it's the real deal. So yeah, beautiful job.
Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you for saying that.
That's awesome. Hey, Kalu, I just want to know, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, man. I've been overwhelmed, and I've been working really hard in the Instagram live scene, just trying to grind and grow. And I've been infiltrating the Indian community, I guess, on Instagram, and
They're the best.
It's been amazing. The fan base has just grown immensely. You know, on Tuesday I was on 23K, and today I'm on 31.1, which is insane.
Awesome.
I've been working really hard, just trying to just grind and make that comeback. Sophia sent me this live so graciously. She's so beautiful and such a beautiful soul. So I thought, let me just come through when I have some time. And I love the vibe here. This is incredible. I'm glad you're doing this.
That's nice. It's really good that someone feels that way about her, because, you know, I don't feel that way. But that's good. Hey, we're gonna wind it down because we want to keep people coming on. But I just wanted to know if Kev, if you can just leave some words of wisdom for Kalu, just him trying to get his name out there and trying to grow.
Absolutely. One of the things you're doing, Kalu, is actually doing what you're doing right, which is following your dream, following your soul, and following. It's funny, right? Because I've had this, and I constantly do it. At one point, I wanted like so many millions of people to watch my video and on YouTube, and it happened. But how did it happen? It happened because I was listening to the very quiet voice in me, and not the arrogant ego voice. And the quiet voice was going, "Your time's going to come.
Yeah.
Just allow it to come in without putting any hurdles in front of it." And you know what? That's exactly what I did, and lo and behold, it happened. So. I mean, you're saying 23 now, and now you're 31,000. Dude, by next week, it'll be 100,000. If you really believe it, it'll be 100,000. And do you know why? Because you deserve it. Because you're a good soul, and you're on this Mendable app. You're with us, and you're sharing. And you know what? From what Sophia says, because Sophia doesn't know much about singing, but she knows people that can sing. So it's one of the So we've got to, but the thing is, she says you're awesome. And do you know what? I think one day, I'm going to suggest this. I think one day we should all gather in one big city. We should all fly together in a
Oh,
year or
it's coming. It's coming.
yeah, and we should all get together. The Mendable Summit, right? And we should all get together, and then all those performers. Can you imagine? It'd be better than anything that anyone's ever seen before. That'd be amazing.
It would be jokes, yeah, for sure.
Kalu, I'm so sorry I had to depart from you, but it was so good seeing you, man. Please keep it locked and come on our other lives that we have, okay?
Am I allowed to sing anything?
Yeah. Oh, we are pressed for time. I do apologize, but can maybe next week I can kind of get you back on? Would that be okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. So sorry, I have to cut it short. I apologize, but we have a time limit. But I do thank you so much for coming on. We'll see you soon, but make sure to come back, okay?
No problem, and enjoy.
Thank you.
God bless you, my brother. We'll definitely do a duet together, definitely.
Yes,
Sure.
definitely.
All right, take care.
Awesome. Now we do have another guest. I got to bring him on. I'm super excited for this one. Yes. And guys, I do apologize. We do keep the guests short. We are in a time frame because we do have a room that we have to host after. But yes, John, what's up?
How you doing, my brother?
Hey, how you
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
doing? Beautiful feet, beautiful music, beautiful.
Yeah, it was really
God
beautiful.
bless you. God bless you, my man. Miss you, pal. It's always nice to see you, and it's always nice to hear your voice, my man.
Yeah, good to hear you. Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you. I thought it was important to also really accept Jayon because Jayon does a lot of work with the music, and then Kev just learning what you do in piano. Hopefully, maybe one day that'll be my dream to see you guys collaborate. I mean, you guys are both awesome. He's working with
Definitely.
yeah. He's trying to help that one lady sing. I forgot her name. Music Meg something. So yeah. Jayon laughs when I do that. Oh my God, Jayon, it was so good seeing you. We're gonna see you later in the Mendable room, okay? I mean the men's mental health room.
Bye,
Love you,
man.
Jayon, man. Love you so much, my brother.
Love ya.
Let's see. And I am just breaking everyone through because we are almost time. I have someone else I'm coming on.
Love Jayon so much. He's such an awesome human being.
He's so amazing. Oh my
Do you know
God,
what?
his
I think we
episode.
should get Kalu and me to do a duet in the Mendable room later. Oh
Yeah,
my
we
God,
got
it's my
to.
lover from another mother.
And
Hi.
let the lovers core just start. Let it just start.
Well, we don't quarrel, you see, me and Patrick. We don't quarrel. We have this love-hate relationship where I love him and I don't even want to finish the sentence.
Kev, come on. I only love you. I love you especially. No, I can't tell them about that time we met up, can I?
No.
You guys
Okay.
met up?
No. I don't want to listen. I know that my humor is quite often inappropriate, so I just want to be cautious. But let's just say the rubbish bin got in the way. Yeah. Yeah. But Kev,
Oh my gosh.
Kev, I just want to say to you, thank you so much for sharing that beautiful piece of music and the story behind it. It's so important. And when I was, as you were playing, I was just listening, going, I can see this march. I can see these people.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't very often say serious things, but I actually liked it. I know that's quite hard to believe, you know, coming from me, but it was absolutely beautiful. I could feel you.
I just
Wow.
hope you'll enjoy the actual the track in it as a whole. I'll what I'll do is I'll actually put it onto my oh, actually, hold on a minute. Is it on my track? Yes, it is. Apologies. If you go to my Instagram, go to Linktree, my Instagram.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Linktree, it's on there. It's the track. It's on there. You just scroll down, you'll see it on there.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, I'm just really pleased to see you. I'll let you go, but I'm really pleased that the beard rash is finally gone.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Patrick, you're hilarious.
I'm
You
a
guys,
gossip this man shares.
See you,
you guys
babe.
need.
Love you, darling.
Patrick is amazing, guys. Please give him a follow. He does great work with mental health. So please, he is amazing. Guys, we are getting so many requests. I do want to heartfully apologize. I'm not able to bring everyone up. I just want you guys to understand we do host this every Monday. We will be winding down now. Kev, you have been amazing. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my special lady. Again, guys, I'm so sorry if I haven't been able to answer everyone. Please understand we only have a limited amount of time for this. But in the future, we will be growing. So please keep it locked. Also, remember next week we'll be here again. Hello, Miss.
Hi, back. Oh, it looks a bit like me with my son.
I mean, who wore it better though? That's the question. Oh my God!
You held it up, Kev. Oh, Kev, thank you so much. You are just incredible. I mean, that was beautiful as well. I was literally sat there sobbing in the background. It was beautiful.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to say as well, thank you for all the work that you do. I know we've only touched on a few things and you've just done so many things that I've only just learned about really quite recently. We've built a friendship and we care about each other on a different level, which I think is beautiful too. I also think that you should absolutely consider becoming a comedian or something like that, because it seems like that might be your route.
I just, you know what? Do you know what? I don't know. You know, I just don't know. I have no idea. But it's just one of those things, you know. But you know what? I've met many people in my life that have come and gone. And I want to say this, hand on my heart. I've met many people that have come and gone. And life brings chapters every single day, every single hour. A chapter will open and you'll open it and it'll be a new chapter in your life with someone that comes into your life. And there were probably, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 people in my life that I opened the chapter and I thought, this is an encyclopedia and it will stay with me forever. These people will just add pages in my life. And they never did. And as time went on, I learned to grow through so many heartaches, so many heartbreaks, and so many disappointments in my life. And then I found this clubhouse only 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago. And then I found you, a walking angel that no one knows. You've got wings, honey, and no one.
Kevin, you're so nice, Kevin. Thank you.
Right.
This is about you, though. Sorry.
Okay. But
I feel
but
like you're referring to my hunchback. But
I am.
Okay.
And your disappointing pole dance on your other half. But anyway, listen. But can I just say, I came into that room with mental health awareness, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind that so many men, and they're on here now watching, everyone from Jayon, who always inspires me, but for everyone from Jayon through to Joshua, who's got the most awesome voice, and other guys as well, and Patrick, who I'd never met before, and ultimately you, Sophia. And I have to say, with everyone from Robert through to everyone on that platform, that chapter in our lives is with us forever. And I don't see it ever disappearing. It's a book that will stay open till the day we all rest and we move on to another journey. And truthfully, we're not there to try and get something out of each other. We're there to give something to each other. And that friendship stays.
Absolutely. And you know, basically, once you've got us, you can't get rid of us. So you have no choice.
Same as gonorrhea. The same as gonorrhea.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Great comparison. Yeah. Yes. Kev,
no,
I just want to say.
I know that.
Kev,
sorry,
I just want to say, like,
just quickly.
Go ahead.
No. I just wanted to say, because a lot of people are asking about the room, and I know Kev's been in the room long enough to know what times the room are. So I would love you to have a little go.
Come on, Kev, you got to do
every
it now.
Monday and every Thursday on Clubhouse. You can also contact us.
I copied in my mind. See, I copied in my mind what you guys were saying because I've got a good memory for muscle memory. So I remember doing it. But I think it's UK 8 p.m. PST 2 p.m. Is that right? It isn't, is it? EST 2 p.m.
Look at Robert shaking his head like he didn't know this last week. But Oh gosh. Right, okay, I'll do it. So 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and 12 p.m. Pacific. And I'm going to send it to you in a text, Kev, and tonight you are going to do it.
Fine, I'm going to do it.
Well, we didn't even touch on you being on Britain's Got Talent or any of that stuff. And me and Josh were watching it the other night. You were just incredible. And I'm so glad to have met you. I also, Kalu, oh, you missed a little treat there. You should have got him to sing next time. He has to be on there. He's incredible. But we'll get him on another one as well. Kev, thank you so much. You are phenomenal. I can't wait to continue our journey. And I believe that you may be doing an event in July 31st. Am I right?
Yeah, there's a event coming up on the 31st, and actually quite a few in between, which I'm going to text you so you can come along as my VIP guest and come and see the show. And we're going to put a proper pole in the stage as well. So how that goes as well.
Instead of that mountain, I keep trying to climb
the tree.
Yeah.
Well, Kev, like what I really admire about you today, you kind of let us see another side of you. You really crack us up all the time, but I really got to gather a great perspective of who you are and just admire your culture and just the things that you've been through. Thank you so much for sharing that, and for other people, so we can get to understand how that crazy mind works. It was beautifully said in which you played, and the things that we didn't even touch on. I love that. I mean, I don't love, but it was. I love that you wanted to focus on certain things, like where you've been through, you know, the things, your mental health and things like that. Those are things that we want to continue to bring awareness and to get out there. But beyond what you do, I'm continuing to learn that you are like really up here. You're probably the biggest celebrity I've ever met, Sophie. So, you know, I just really appreciate that. And thank you so much.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
This live.
Do you know what? If I can pass anything on to all our listeners and all my brothers and sisters who always come on every single week on that wonderful room, wonderful. And I hope this grows to being the biggest help for everyone on the planet. I truly mean that. And I mean that. And I'll do what it takes. Free concerts, free anything. Just let's get it out there. You know, we'll find good singers and, you know, we'll go out there and then we'll get Sophia to try to kind of, you know, play the lead. Or happy day, and she comes and does the whole. But you know, the thing is,
I'll try.
We just have her dance in the corner.
But the thing is, do you know what? The ultimate thing is that you guys have made these people talk, and that is what this is all about. Communication. It's about putting your hands out. It's like saying the angelic hand, saying, "Take my hand." Okay, well, you're going to be okay. You're going to be safe. It's all well and good saying it, but you know what Sophia has, and I'm going to just rub your ego a little bit, Sophia, because I love you to bits. But you have a wonderful way of allowing people to be real. And that's very important in this world, I'll be honest with you, because men feel unsafe. They won't admit it, but they feel unsafe. And then we come onto this room, and then you get the likes of our wonderful angel, Patrick, and then wonderful other angels that come on, like you, Robert, like you, Sophia, that come on. And then we start to talk. And when someone really gets very deep and starts opening up about an emotion, and I want to say this, but I don't know if you know this, guys. I actually got a message. I should have kept, I don't know where it is now. I'm so sorry. I should have kept it. But a guy, a random man, I don't know who he is, got in touch with me and said, I heard your story on Sophia's room about the, you know, the mental health awareness when, you know, you were doing that, and about your story about your mum. And the whole thing about how your mum hasn't spoken to you in such a long time and this and that, whatever. He said, I have contemplated taking my life. He sent me a message. He said, I've contemplated taking my life because my family have done the same to me. He said, and after hearing your story and in such positive light, he said, I realized there's hope for me. So he said, I just wanted to thank you. And you know what? I never knew that would have happened. Never knew that would have happened. So you know what?
And that is the power of that. Yeah, it's the power of it, because you never know who you're touching when you speak. It's hard enough to let it out.
Yeah, let's not open that can of worms. I know who I'm touching, okay? Let's not make that shit happen in any like the end of the day, we know that everyone in that room is a brother and a sister, and we love each other, and that's what it's all about.
It's beautiful.
Well said.
Thank you so much, Kev. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
the room tonight we're going to do, because obviously it was Father's Day yesterday, we're going to do testimonies around being a father or your experience with your father. So I would love if you would be prepared to share maybe first, possibly.
About I can talk about my twin sons and the struggles I've gone
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
And I can talk about my father as well, who I really didn't have a real big relationship with, actually, because it was all about work, 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 work. So I didn't actually know my father till I was probably about 14 or 15.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'd like to talk about that, because that's not what I wanted to repeat for my sons. So
Yeah.
for me,
Absolutely.
I want their lives. I want them to grow up going, he's our best friend. See, I call my dad my best friend, but he's not my best friend. But I call him that because I want him to understand that whatever he did, whatever he didn't do, he's still a big part of my life. And,
Awesome.
and I'll always make him feel special.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Kev. I will call on you then first, and also to say the room times. And as you know, my father will be in the room, no doubt. So yeah, oh, guys, if you want to get an invite to Clubhouse, please do DM one of us. I'm sure somebody will lend that that invite to you, so you can come and join us on the platform. Now it's open to Android as well. Remember, the www.mendable.app is at the bottom there. Come over to the website. This will be uploaded to the website as well. So Kev, can you just tell everybody where they can find you, because obviously the chat won't be on there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Very simple. Just if you go to Clubhouse, and when I'm in that room with you guys, and I can't wait to join it in 9 minutes, when we're in that room, if you go to my Instagram, you will see that I'm there. You can also check out my website, kevlive.com. And everything is on there. Everything I do, from helping other people, staying positive, and just sharing my positivity with the world. That's what I think is important. And everyone can do it, Sophia. You can do it.
Yes, those are the
Everyone.
next steps. We work on ourselves, and then we can be there for others as well. It's beautiful. You guys will laugh so much on Kev's page. He is.
Go on, say it. Say it.
Okay, you lots have to go. I do apologize. We are pressed for
Right.
time. Thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you so much, Kev. Thank you so much for coming out here. You're hysterical. Tell Trashy and Peel I said goodbye. Peel, Orange Peel, I like that. Tell them I said goodbye. Buenas noches.
Kev, amazing. Kev, amazing. Robert, thank you again. Amazing as always.
Bye, you lots. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys soon.
God bless.
Guys, wow, I love when my head goes back to the full size. Guys, thank you so much for another episode of The Man Cave. As always, it is so awesome to see you all. I do apologize if we're not able to get everyone on as each time we do the little interview segments. I do want you to know we are here every Monday with a different guest. Don't worry, keep it locked. Next week we have another special guest that's going to be awesome. Please, guys, continue to, if you guys are, so I don't know if you guys also understand the concept of what Clubhouse is. It is actually an app. It is an invite only, so please DM me, Sophie, or Mendable, and we'll be happy to give you a link that can take you inside the app. That way you have access to join our room, which is the men's mental health testimony time. So please, if you have any more questions, just message us. We'll be happy to share links to get you part of that, and of course become one part of our big family. So yes, I gotta go, guys. I love you guys. We have 7 minutes before we start our men's mental health. I'll see you all there. You guys are doing great. I love all the comments. When this closes, I can't see none of them, so I'm just gonna skim through them. Love you guys. Thank you so much for the hearts. You guys are doing amazing. What a great episode. Again, make sure to be here next week for another one. Woo, I'm out.